That didn't take long at all. That was seconds. We've got cherry red. See if I can hit this and make a dent in her. Here she goes after 3, 2, 1. Get her back in there. Check that out, absolutely awesome. I don't know how many people can say they've got one of these. This is a homemade Induction blacksmith knife. First things first, I've got on me safety onion glasses. Thank you very much, Jason. Mention for you there. Right, so we've got all of this madness set up now. We've got the cooling station. We've got a wonderful Chinesium high frequency induction heating system, which is basically a big coil of copper pipe with some high frequency electronics, a cooling fan on top of that bad boy. We've got a massive power supply, 48 volts, 21 amps, with 2 big fat hairy cooling fans on it. And we're going to turn all of this on. Right, first things first, we're going to turn on the pump. There's the pump. Now you can see some bubbles moving around over here. Okay, little bubbles just escaped from you, sorry. But yeah, that's pumping water through the system, pumping water through this induction coil here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the induction coil. Well, it's turned on the power supply, excuse me, sorry. There's a button on the back of here. I'll show it to you. Right here, we need to press this button, turn on the induction coil. There's lots of humming and whirring now. That is the induction coil on. What we've got here is we've got a hacksaw blade in mole grips, and we're going to put that inside here. Oh my goodness, boom, look at that piece of rod. That's going to go in here, heat up, and hopefully we're going to be able to blacksmith it. So we're going to turn everything on. The pump's over here, and the water and the cooling and everything's going on. Right, okay, pump's on, power supply's on, button on the back. Oh, that was on. Right, so safety glasses are on, hammer, camera. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, she's heating up. Oh, she's going red. Cherry red. I'm bringing her up a little bit. There we go, now we've got the end. Now we've got the end. Cherry red. That is really quite mad. It's still, I can see heat waves coming off of this, I can feel it, yeah. And what we did was beat the Jesus out of it. Look at that. That's my first bit of blacksmithing. Max Blacksmith, eat your heart out, my friend. That is magnificent. Induction coil blacksmithing. Wicked! This is going to turn into like a mini open all in a heartbeat. Awesome. And we'll go in here. Okay, hi everybody. So yesterday we were playing around with an induction heater, a water-cooled induction heater. We're going to play around with that some more in just a few seconds. Well, pop over here and have a look at what we made. So yesterday we made this. We took this piece of rod, we heated it up and we blacksmithed it. We were planning to make a blade out of it, but it's just not. The hammer that we were using to do it with was this Chinesium hammer. It was 10 NTs, or was it? No, sorry, 89 NTs, which is about £2 from Taiwan, when I lived in Taiwan. And yeah, we also straightened out the hacksaw blade. And actually, we've been thinking that now this is quite well annealed. We've been thinking we could go ahead, put an edge on this and turn it into something similar to an open-hole with a wooden shield on the outside of it. So obviously we'd need to quench it and harden it again, and then re-anneal it, and you know, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so the issue really was that we just didn't have enough big fat hairy tools to be able to beat this hard enough. So we've gone out and we've bought something which I consider useful. Just get all these out the way. This is an axe hammer. So it's a lump hammer on the arse end of it, 3 pounds, and basically a splitting maul on the front end of it. So this should come in really handy when camping, and it came with this really useful bit of rubber on the front here, which can be used to protect yourself, as you can see. We also on our travels, sorry doing a lot of talking, we also on our travels found this bit of metal, and we thought it would be quite cool to put that bit of metal in there and see if we can get that glowing red hot. So we'll have a go with that in a minute. Right, let's get on it and let's see if we can make some stuff. Here we go. Pumping. Pump is on, water is pumping, cooling system is running. Let's get that in the right place, get that in approximately the right place. Fire up power and turn on, that was already on. So this should all be up and running now. I've not got my safety specs on, just because I'm feeling a little bit more cautious today with this bigger hammer. Right, here we go. So,
Mr. Postman, now bring me back some news. This place is like a prison. Help me make it better. This is driving me crazy. Help this foolish man.
Alright, good news people. So we've come up with something that resembles a blade. We'll put a handle on that in the not too distant. Could be a camping butter knife. Anyway, in other news, Richard's down here with a rather large, hairy looking bolt. Well, actually it's a piece of iron bar. We're going to put that in said device and see what happens. Go for it, Rich. Okay, and we're starting to get smoke off of it. It's been in there, I would say, for about not even a minute, has it? Right. This thing is incredible. Righto, well, she doesn't appear to be glowing yet, certainly warm, so we're going to see what happens when we hit it with a hammer. Does it become, is it possible to work this piece of steel? Alright. I think the answer to that, Richard, is yes, isn't it? Yeah. Look at that. Put it back on the anvil. Look at that. Fantastic. Unbelievable. Well, there we go. Good? Yeah. Good. Okay, so we use the induction heater to heat up this piece of metal. We have blacksmithed it on the end of a lump hammer with another lump hammer. Now what we need to do is we need to harden this piece of steel. So we've got some magnets here, as you can see. And we're going to put it back in the induction heater. We're going to try and get it nice and warm. Check it with the magnets. If the magnets are no longer magnetic towards it or no longer attract towards it, then you know the properties of the metal have changed. And then we have here a jar that we will put that blade into. So without further ado, safety specs on. Let's whoa, off she goes. Look at that. good. Alright, okay, we're going to have another go at this. We're going to use the machine to get things up to temperature, use a blowtorch to just get things a nice cherry red, and then we'll go for the dip. So, boom, back in the machine. This machine is like magic, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't do anything, it just sits there. You put something through an air gap and it... Oh, there we go. It's starting to get a cherry red coming out of that blade there. The trouble is by the time you get down to the bottom... Okay. Just firing up the burner. Don't want to boil the water in the glue. Sorry, you got me all scared then. After 3, 2, yeah, that's definitely got it. That was glowing cherry red from my perspective. But, it's difficult to see in the daylight. Anyway, cool. All right, wicked. There we go. All right, so we've used the Dremel to get a bit of an edge on there, and the edge isn't bad. We're just going to get the flappy paddle on here, give her a gentle clean up. Don't want to clean it up too much. I want it to keep its original looking rustic sort of patinery, homemade sort of style. And then what we're going to do, actually, if I just reach down in here, there we go, final there. And what we're going to do is we're going to get a bit of this, chop it up, and drill a hole, stuff it down there, glue it in there, and make a handle, a nice wooden handle. So there we go. Alright, here we go. Dremel on button. That is fabulous. Okay. Yeah, that's really quite hard now, actually, as well. And it's not bending. Yeah, it's going to be a bit brittle, to be honest, but okay, cool. Okay. Alright, so we've got to try and make a hole that goes down the middle of this, and we've got to try and keep things straight. This is going to be fun. Alright, fantastic. Well, thanks to our induction heater, we've blacksmithed the blade up, and now we've made a handle for it. We're going to glue the blade into the handle. It looks like it's going to make a very nice draw knife. It's a very comfortable fit in the hand. We're going to put some linseed oil on the handle, and we're going to get some wood glue down in the blade there, on the shank of the blade, and yeah, this will be our very first own blacksmithed knife with an induction heater. How cool is that? Check that out, absolutely awesome. I don't know how many people can say they've got one of these. This is a homemade induction blacksmithed knife. Thanks to Richie and his wonderful induction heater, water-cooled induction heater. Awesome!